Morning, everyone. It's Lori with 3 Keys Astrology. These 3 keys are reminding you to look at everyone through a multifaceted lens to see them mind, body, and soul. Mind, body, and soul. I've been saying that energy is contagious and that your feelings rule your thoughts and they determine your behavior. In the last video, I announced that I am teaching. Enrollment for my second class for astrology begins in the first part of February. So you can reach me at Ducky at 3 Keys Astrology for all the information. You'll love it. I'm currently teaching and it is wonderful. I want to do it every day. I love it so very much. It's what I went to school for and what I did before I had an accident that changed everything. So, and also I'm offering a get together every Tuesday night. I have to charge a small fee because it's time and energy, and this is a business, but we'll have a different topic every week. Last week we discussed Uranus and how your own personal uniqueness is so very important to the world at large. So this is your weekly horoscope for February the 1st. Now, in case you didn't know, all signs have their own monthly this month. I took the time and gave each of you, from Aries through Pisces, through the whole wheel, your own individual horoscopes. What I suggest is that you, as a member of my group, all know your 3 keys. So input your 3 keys and then watch the video for those 3 keys. And without a monthly map that I have available in my services, you'll have a general idea of the energy at large. It's better to get personal readings from astrologers because we measure your energy against the transiting energy. So then, February, it's key for fasting for we that are Catholic and really realigning our values back to God, asking forgiveness for our sins, going to confession, and staying alert to our spiritual energy and devotion and faith. And good routines and practices like this throughout the year are good reminders of where we came from. And so all spiritual people in some form have these devoted timeouts and rituals and contemplative states to reconnect our spiritual energy. And they're really energizing and they really help you make clear, clean decisions. So input your 3 keys into all readings that I do. Look at those specific if I do sign readings for the month, if I have time for that. And let's get into February. So not only are we supposed to fast, forgive each other our sins, go to confession, and give that to God and wait for His providence for our desires, our wants, but it's Valentine's Day. And this year, as I've told you in all your monthly forecasts, the energy is wonderful for us. I think if you care about someone, no matter whether they're little members of your families to the love of your life to your aging grandparents, it's about love, letting them know how much they mean to you and they care for you. And in the last video, I talked to you and showed you my beautiful clear crystal and all of its facets. And today I'm bringing this crystal into our first weekly scope for the month of February because amethyst, the stone, is the birthstone of Aquarians. And this stone is so healing. And purple infers higher knowledge. The chakra at the very crown on your head is a nice, beautiful, deep purple. And it aligns you to heavenly energy. And Aquarians, because they're at the end of the scope, Pisces is completion and chapters, end of life. But Aquarius is close. And in those sage moments when we pass the age 60 after our second Saturn return, we began to view life a lot less materialistically. And yes, we're earthbound, and yes, we still have to pay bills and strive for security, structure, and order. But in Aquarius, it's our higher ideals, it's insight, intuition, invention. And so that's what Aquarian people are. Now, their personality types in general are usually quiet, patient, determined, unobtrusive, and they have a very faithful nature as a rule. When you're their lover, their partner, their wife, their husband, their friend, they're faithful people. They have fixed air energy. So they formulate these amazing ideas and are gifted a little more brilliance and outside of the box thinking than average people. Aquarius is not average, ever. Don't ever take them for granted if they're quiet. Their thinking capabilities are beyond the time and space that we live in now, and they're some of our finest inventors in history and incredible scientists because they've got the ability, the patience and endurance to fixate and focus on things that other people skip over. So this week, this first week of February, we have the sun in Aquarius because it's Aquarius's birthday. Happy birthday, sweet Aquarians. I've been pleading and begging for you since we had this travesty of a pandemic last year to please put your efforts into water. We call Aquarians the water pours because their amazing energy, which is radio signals, frenetic energy and electrical energy from the heavens that helps the transmission of word from spirit. So this is excellent for clairvoyants, psychics, mediums, all of us that go into deep prayer and deep contemplation, deep meditations about how to focus the energy of life on earth and to make life better on earth. Aquarians are excellent at doing that. Don't take advantage of them because they're quiet. Don't rush over them and not pay attention to them because they do things a little differently. You have a lot to learn from Aquarians. So by nature, they have a refined nature. And in general, they're very pleasant. Tipped off scale and unbalanced is another story, but we can say that for all signs. So this first week of February, we've got our sun in Aquarius. On Wednesday, I'll check for just sure. On Tuesday, February 2nd, my second child's birthday and Groundhog Day, Venus moves into Aquarius. Who else is there? Well, we know from that amazing Saturn Jupiter conjunction that people were referring to as the second star of Bethlehem is there. Pluto's still edging over a little bit and looking into Aquarius where he'll be going on 2024. Um, and that's going to be a big shakeup for all things Aquarian for sure. Um, However, this first week, when Venus ingresses into Aquarius, Venus and Aquarius, I have goddess videos on the channel, so you can check out the video for the air goddesses. This again is intellectual energy. It's about focus. It's about concentrating on what you value and desire. And it's all about Aquarian themes. So humanity, what's good for all for one and one for all kind of mentality. That I don't want to eat my last sandwich. If you're hungry, you can have half of it. That if I'm not warm, if you're not warm and comfortable and have a home, then I feel very guilty that I do. Everybody on this planet deserves security and a home. Saturn in Aquarius says, let's figure out a way to save the homeless. Jupiter in Aquarius says, I have the biggest dreams and possibilities that we can all explore about how to make life better for all of humanity, not just a few. Aquarius says everybody. It's for everybody. So we have this lovely tone since the sun moved into Aquarius at the end of January. And like I said, if you know your Aquarian friends, there's something very devoted and dedicated in them that we can enjoy. They're not scattered energy like Gemini can be. But the week ahead, the moon is going to be transversing all the autumn signs. And so we're still going to feel like we have to stay home. We have to stay home. A lot of us are under a lot of restriction. And again, that's all the people with Saturn restricting and keeping us home for our safety because of the health crisis. That continues. On Thursday, you can meet some kind of a breakthrough. Now remember, Mercury's also in Aquarius, but he's retrograde. So as I said in the past video and in your monthlies, it's a great time to sort things out, review, redo, reserve your decisions. It's not a good time for big purchases. It's not a good time to sign big contracts. Just wait. After the 21st, you're safe to do that. I would not do anything really big that includes thousands of dollars, big purchases. And again, everybody needs to be checking out the electrical conduction in their vehicles, in their homes, plumbing for the water signs, transmission fluids, check all that stuff out. That's very applicable to the time now. Now, the only thing I want you to be planning this first week about how you're going to have a nice little 3-day love fest. To repeat what I said to everybody in your February monthly forecast, because what is life without love? It's really not very fun and it's pretty unfulfilling. And even if you're not engaged in a personal relationship, it doesn't mean that you can't share love with grandparents, with little nieces and nephews, with cousins, with your neighbor, with a friend. But do for sure tell somebody if you're romantically interested. That is what Valentine's Day is about. That's how families begin. That's how people get married. So this week ahead, I think that it's going to be a little tricky for Scorpio and Aries on the second. No. Well, I'll say around what time? Yeah. Yeah, I'll say from in morning. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday can be the most trying days we have in our first week, but it's sweet on Friday and Saturday. Saturday's a mixed bag, a little bit tricky Saturday, and then I like Sunday, the 7th. So do spend your time instead of being frustrated and stuck because Mercury's retrograde, which is possible because Mars is still with Taurus and Uranus squaring Saturn. So it's the same square we had last fall with a little bit of a different energy. That stop go. I thought things could go, but there are delays, delays at the airports. Hold on. I missed my cab. They said they were coming and now they've canceled. And I prepared this dinner, all kinds of things. Just know that it's there. The energy is there to be frustrated. Have plan B, have your backup plan. Do your very best. The accident energy is still very high. Do your very best to give yourself extra time so that you're not involved in rushing and hurrying to help increase the probability. And the other thing I think is you can have some nice breakthroughs if you're a student, if you're doing research or scientific discovery and invention. We can have a really nice breakthrough on Wednesday and Thursday this week because yeah, there's a nice acceleration into our mental energies coming on the planet. So this is me, Lori, wishing all of you a very, very happy February 2021, and do go see your monthly forecasts for all signs. Please come on over. I will teach you one-on-one if you prefer to learn that way, astrology, but I really like the group dynamic because all the ideas bounce off of each other, interweave, and you can make new friends. So we're going to begin class. I'll identify the specific date at the beginning of February, the second set of astrologers, my future astrologers and colleagues coming. So join me, and you have a very happy first week of February. The theme is on mental energy. The theme is on being focused. The theme's on reviewing, revising, and recovering maybe something you wrote 10 years ago that can come to life now. Restructuring the way life will go forward now because a lot's changed and it's not going back to the way it was. And that's a really good thing. Take care, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.